Thanks for joining me after the game at Ashton Gate in the third round of the FA Cup on the 11th of January 2024, and it finished Bristol City 1, Wolves 2. So we're through to the fourth round, and the draw is Monday. And the first thing I've got to say, I was a bit surprised with the starting 11 because many of us fans, we wondered if the manager, Vitor Pereira, was going to give some of the youngsters like Alfie Pond or Bastien Murpiu, young centre-halves, if he was going to give them some game time. But he chose a pretty strong starting 11, a mature, manly 11, no youngsters. He gave a debut to the new signing, Emmanuel Agbadou, who was in the left of the centre halves. Agbadou, Doherty was captain, and Santi Bueno started in the middle of defence. Yeah, Doherty was skipper. I was surprised that Wang started. Johnston in goal, even though it's obvious that the manager has made Sarr number one in the league side. But Wolves, they were brilliant in the first 44 minutes, and after 7 minutes, we sliced their defence open. Rodrigo Gomez crossed it, Ait Nouri, instant effort, and the goalie made a point-blank save from about 6 yards out. Ait Nouri was, but we didn't have to wait too much longer for our opening goal. The same player, Ait Nouri, a stooping header from a João Gomez cross. Again, after 12 minutes, it was like wave after wave of attack. João Gomez, Guedes, he couldn't sort his feet out. The chance was similar to the one against Nottingham Forest for Larson, where after Wang's run, he couldn't quite sort his feet out from just in front of the goal. Something similar happened to Guedes after 12 minutes, and the chance went begging. But we didn't have to wait again too long. After yet another of our attacks, after 20 minutes, Guedes, he ran through after Rodrigo Gomez pass. He slipped it through across to Rodrigo Gomez, who, nice footwork, dinked it over the keeper, 2-0. We played some nice first touch football. It's like when you're playing football against cones, you're just dodging, knocking the ball around them. We were doing like that with them. As I say, we looked like we should have or could have scored every time we went forward. It was some really beautiful football. There was a shot what one of our players had. The keeper, he was out of his goal, and one of our players had a shot, but the keeper just managed to get back and to gather the ball. They didn't have their first shot really of note until after about 40 minutes after the player got through, after a couple of fortunate ricochets, but even then Johnston didn't have to make a save because one of our players blocked it with his chest. Again, I don't like to single out players for criticism, but you've got to say it as you see it. Wang, he had a nightmare of a match because coasting 2-0 up, coming up to the last minute of the first half, Wang gave away a needless free kick on the edge of the area, and their free kick specialist, Scott Twine, joyfully accepted the chance. Right at the outside of the wall, just inside the post, beat Johnson's diving effort. And instead of going 2-0 up, comfortable, coasting, it was 2-1, and it was on a knife edge, and the atmosphere was completely different in the second half. And again, Wang, he had a great chance at the start of the second half, where the ball was crossed to him in front of goal about 16 yards out, and he went to place it, side foot it, but instead he blazed it over the bar. Chance gone. And 51 minutes, Rodrigo Gomez, who had a very good game, he looked very sharp, he had that cutting edge. He nipped in between the keeper and the defender, and he hit the ball and it hit the post, and that was very close. 72 minutes to cap things off for Wang. There was a beautiful cross when we had a break. Guedes with the outside of his right foot across the area, just past their defence, and slightly wide, but Wang, he didn't get the ball on target when it was a great chance, and that could have put the game to bed. And about 3 minutes later, he was substituted off for Bellegarde. Bellegarde may be a bit surprised he was playing after the games what he's played recently when he's come on, especially like the chance when he missed against Ipswich, and just hope that doesn't cost us dear. It cost us on the day, because we, instead of 1 point, they got 3 and we got none, and they're breathing down our necks, only behind us on goal difference. So Bellegarde came on. Sarabia also came on, and he had a good shot on 80 minutes from about 25 to 30 yards out with his left foot, hit the post. There was a chance out of nothing, but 85 they kept pressing, and Bristol City, they hit the underside of the bar from a free kick which was given against Dock for handball on the left hand side of our penalty area. Eight Noria did it against his bar when their player was breathing all down his neck. Lima came on as a substitution, but we managed the game well. Alfie Pond came on in extra time for 8 Nori. But again, the FA Cup, the history of it is full of shocks and surprises where teams from lower divisions beat teams from the higher division. But thankfully today, not at our expense. And the next game is away at Newcastle on Wednesday night, when now that Cunha, this was the second of his 2 games, he's served his suspension, so he's back available if he can get into the team. Only joking. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. No doubt Jose Sarr will be back, and they beat us 2-1 cruelly at the end when it was Harvey Barnes and I think it was Cher scored long distance efforts, and Mario Lamina got our goal after some nice football, but so we owe them one. And they're in banging form, because Anthony Gordon, he's right in form, current England international. Alexander Isak, they both scored in the. Yeah, Isak and Gordon, they're banging form, because any team that goes to the current Arsenal team and wins 2-0 away, they're obviously very good, and they were on telly on Boxing Day when they beat Villa 3-0. No, Villa had one sent off, but they were all over Villa. So it's going to be a tough ask to go up there and get anything. But yeah, that's next. But today we won 2-1. We're through to the 4th round. A nice home tie would be nice in the next round. But the manager says he respects the FA Cup and he's aware of its traditions. So yeah, the draw is going to be on Monday, and we see who we get. But yeah, we've got a thankful. Winning is a habit, and since the manager took over, that's 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. So hopefully, the confidence is high going to Newcastle, and we'll just see what we can get. But all you can do is your best, and we've upset them before, and just hope we can upset them again. So up the Wolves, thank you.